So on April 8th, 2016, I attended my first WWE live show in Rio Rancho with a few of my friends, and it was amazing. Since we went to this event on Mother's Day, they had a small promo package involving Mr. T giving a speech about mothers, and they also showed clips from the Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar match, and it was really cool. It was everything was super enjoyable once we got inside, primarily because when we were outside, we were being blasted with wind and dirt because New Mexico is a dirt-covered wasteland. Now, one of the things that is immediately appealing about going to live wrestling versus watching wrestling at home is the crowd. Now, one of the things that is immediately off-putting by the same token about watching wrestling live versus watching it at home is the crowd. And New Mexico, Rio Rancho was a crowd made up of children and three or four assholes. And those assholes needed to be dunked in boiling acid in front of their families. Now, I can't say I'm entirely innocent, because I yelled one or two assholish chants myself. However, I was not constantly berating the wrestlers with how fucking smart I was about their wrestling performance. And whenever people were doing the New Day Rocks, New Day Rocks, there was a guy that was like, Budios! Every time they chanted New Day Rocks because he wanted to be different. And that person needs to be drug out into the streets and beaten with a socket wrench. Now, this is a disorganized ramble, and you have not really been able to ascertain anything about the nature of the event itself or the matches, and thus I have decided to pull up what the matches were because I have the memory of a goldfish. So this is the match list from WrestlingInc.com, and I immediately have taken umbrage with RJ Cortham for his synopsis and his summary because he's a filthy liar. First of all, because what he attributed to be the pop of the night and who was the most over of the night was just quite frankly false. He said that Dean Ambrose was the most over performer of the night. And while I would like that to be true, because I like Dean Ambrose, I think Dean Ambrose is pretty cool, yo. But, you know, the fact of the matter was Big Show and Kane got extremely loud applause. They were by far the most popular people at the live show. Primarily because I think it was. I can only assume because people who are fans who haven't watched wrestling in years can remember Big Show and Kane. And even if you think Dean Ambrose is fucking awesome, there's probably people who have no idea who Dean Ambrose is. I mean, there were people who went to this event that were not sure if John Cena was going to be there. And it was more than one, because I could hear them discussing it in line. But, you know, far be it from me to contradict Wrestling Inc., whatever this website is. So back to the actual matches. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch beat Emma and Lana with stereo submissions in a tag team divas match, tag team women's wrestling match, and both of the tag team matches, all of the tag team matches actually were my favorite matches of the night. Sin Cara wrestled one of the Los Matadores, and it was pretty fucking awesome. I don't know who the Matador was because they look the exact same. And I chanted, "You're nothing without your bull!" And shortly thereafter, El Torito was fired. Or shortly before, I don't remember. So I wish him good luck in whatever his ventures are. And I wish the Matadors luck in whatever their ventures are as well. Because they got really good heat for immediately attacking Sin Cara when he entered the ring. Goldust defeated Victor of the Ascension with R-Truth as the special guest referee. R-Truth, the entire match, was favoring Goldust and basically would not count the pins whenever Victor was attempting to pin. And it was a comedy match. It was pretty funny. The kids loved it. Goldust got tons of merch sold after this. And there were tons of little kids running around with Goldust masks. and I don't know, it was actually quite enjoyable and quite amusing. Big E and Xavier Woods representing the New Day in an elimination tag team match, wrestling Kane and the Big Show, and Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman. The New Day retained, obviously, because this is a house show. The Hype Bros versus the Social Outcasts. The Hype Bros won, and it was fucking awesome. Nobody knew who either of these people were, but by the end of it, they were super fucking into the Hype Bros because they are hype and they are awesome. And yeah, the Social Outcast insulted the crowd, a very heelish thing to do. Callisto wrestled Alberto Del Rio, and Alberto Del Rio spoke in Spanish because, this is New Mexico, bitch. There's lots of Hispanic speaking Spanish people here. I failed Spanish, and my grandmothers are very ashamed of me because of that. I've failed my heritage. Dean Ambrose defeated Rusev in the main event, and I actually was unaware that was going to be the main event. And I was like, oh, well, guess Dean Ambrose isn't going to be here, guys. We should fucking leave. And I don't know. It's pretty good. My favorite matches were the Hype Bros and the women's match with Becky Lynch and Sasha. The tag team matches in general were my favorites. I just really love this, and I can't wait to see more WWE when it shows up in New Mexico. You are watching the Checkered Slime channel, and I hope that this unorganized piece of garbage entertained you.